Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Michelle and I love all things hair care, skincare, beauty, makeup, you name it, I love it. And if you guys love that too, make sure you guys do hit the red subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so that way you guys don't miss out on any of my new videos. And without further ado, let's jump right into today's video. Alrighty, so today I'm going to be teaching you guys a new technique on how to apply your Seint makeup. So if you guys don't know what Seint is, it is a custom cream makeup company that specializes in condensing your makeup routine into the simplified palette, all in one, super convenient, super quick and easy. And it is a cream makeup line that does have a few different powders here and there, which I will show you guys a little bit more as we get into it. But I'm gonna be teaching you guys this new technique that is going to literally make your skin look perfect. No matter what, it is just gonna look absolutely phenomenal. This is called the Camouflage 3D foundation routine. So this is what my palette is looking like right here. We're going to be using all of these shades here, and then I have a few other shades down here, some of my eyeshadows that we're going to quickly be using as well. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my perfector sponge and I'm going to take a little bit of the Seint Stay Spray, and instead of spraying this directly onto my face like I used to do, this is a good tip. You can apply some onto your perfector sponge and just press that into the skin, because this is gonna help you make sure that you get even application of the setting spray. And this is gonna serve as your primer as well. And we're just gonna let that dry. And as we wait for that to dry, I'm gonna start doing my eyebrows really quick. I love the Seint Brow Wax right here. And I'm using our line brush. And if you guys are interested in trying out Seint's 3D foundation as an artist, I am here to color match you and help you build your own personalized makeup routine. So I will have some links down below where you can fill out my color match form, and I will get that sent over to you. Usually it takes me about a day or so to get a color match sent over. I try to do it usually at night because I do work during the day, so it's kind of hard for me to do it during the day. This has definitely changed the way that I do my makeup for the better, and you guys will see why in just a moment. All right, so then I'm gonna quickly fill in my eyebrows. I am using a little bit of this shade right here called Trust. And I'm just gonna quickly fill in my eyebrows because I just got them done yesterday. So they're actually not looking horrendous like they usually would. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in any gaps that I have. So I didn't do anything too crazy, just kept them really natural. And I know we look super glossy right now, and that's just because of the Stay Spray. If you do have oily skin, a really good hack that you can do too is taking a little bit of the setting powder first and just putting it in your oily areas. So I get pretty oily around my T-zone right here. And the thing I love about the Vanilla Dust setting powder is that it has like a little bit of some micro shimmer in it. So it just gives you a fresh glow to the skin. So it's not gonna get cakey, and you totally can put the cream on top and it's not gonna look bad at all. So the very first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to contour our face first. So I'm gonna take my contour shade right here in the shade Indigo. This is a little bit more on the warmer side of things. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on our detail brush. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna create kind of like a triangle. So I'm gonna take the tops of my eyebrows right here, and I'm gonna just like put my fingers right here. So anywhere like inside the triangle or outside of the triangle, right in here, these areas out here, that's where we're going to put our color down in. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start from the top of our hairline and just sweep down. And we're just applying a little bit of this too, because less is definitely more. We do not need to use a whole bunch of contour. So you guys can see I definitely use a little bit too much on this side, but it's okay. We're gonna blend that out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my detail brush again, and we're gonna go where our cheekbone, find our cheekbone. So I have this natural shadow, so we're just gonna go right above that, like so. And then I personally have a pretty long face, so I actually like my face to look wider. So if you want your face to look wider, you're gonna do a horizontal, more of a horizontal line. If you want it to look slimmer, you're gonna do more of a vertical line. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that almost like straight on with a little tiny bit of a curve. Then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that upwards. And the great thing about these products too is that every single product except for the illuminator adds coverage. So that's why I don't have to go down and put a base layer on first. This is gonna create our 3D foundation look. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend upwards. So we're gonna go into our buff brush. So this is a brush that I don't use that often. It does give a little bit more coverage to the face, but it's really nice because of the shape of it. I feel like this is really good for covering larger areas, or this is really good for covering smaller areas, and the angles just really fit the contours of the face really nice. So we're gonna start off with our first shade, which is our darkest shade, and this is gonna be our Camo shade. So basically it's gonna camouflage any imperfections that you have in the skin, and we're gonna take that on the smaller side of the brush. I just tapped in there twice because again, it's so pigmented, so we don't really need much of it. So I'm just gonna go anywhere that I have like darkness. This is gonna be used to perfect our skin basically. And this is actually what was my main highlight shade, which is Goddess. I added a third highlight shade so that I can do this technique. Anywhere that I want extra coverage is where I'm applying this. And if you have like acne or anything like that underneath here, you can totally just go in there and touch that up as well. Then we're gonna go into our bright shade next. So that is this shade right here. My shade is Wheat. It is my favorite shade, has a little bit of a yellow undertone. And we're just gonna go anywhere where we want a little bit of a pop. So I'm gonna put that right along my nose and right in my inner corner right here. I'm gonna put that right underneath the eyes to just give us a little bit of a lift. And I'm basically just putting that next to our Camo shade. And then I also wanna put it down the center of my nose, put some down my forehead, and I'm almost just dotting it on. And we're just gonna kind of let it sit on the skin, and what this is doing is helping to melt the makeup into the skin. So then we're gonna take our larger side, and I'm gonna take this middle shade here, which is called our Bridge shade. So this is gonna bridge all the colors together and just kind of make them all look cohesive. So we're gonna go ahead and take this shade here that's called Mango. And I am gonna take a little tiny bit of Goddess and just put it like right in between Mango, just to make sure that Mango gives me the right color. Put a little bit of Goddess right there. Literally anywhere there's no makeup, that is where we are putting Mango. And it looks super crazy right now, but just trust the process. So we're gonna start off with the smaller side of the brush first. And I'm gonna go in with the lighter shades and just blend everything together. So I'm gonna blend upwards towards my contour that we did. And this is just gonna give us a really natural look. It's gonna go ahead and tone down that forehead contour that we did and just make everything look nice and seamless. And again, this brush does offer really, really good coverage too. If you don't like a lot of coverage, we do have other brushes like the 3D brush, which is one of my favorites, but I wanted to give this brush a try today. Trying not to touch my contour right here. Taking the larger side of the brush to just go ahead and blend out the larger areas of my skin. And honestly, this technique has made me fall in love with this brush because I used to not really care for it that much, but this technique has just made me love it. You guys can see how multi-dimensional my skin is looking. And then something I forgot to do, and it's because I've been wearing a mask, so I keep forgetting to contour my jawline. So we're just gonna go back into our contour, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this along my jawline and just kind of square this off here, and it's gonna meet that contour right there. Same thing on this side. I naturally have a shadow here, so I'm not gonna put it like on my chin like I used to. I'm gonna actually put my contour right behind, and this is gonna really mask that double chin, is putting that right behind there. You guys see how much better that looks? And then I'm just taking a little bit and putting it down my neck right here, just to chisel us out a little bit more. But you guys can see how stunning this is looking so far. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take my blush and bronzer brush, and I'm gonna take these two shades right here. So this is Bella Bronzer and Glow. This is gonna just give us a nice, fresh, sun-kissed look to the skin. And I'm just putting that right on top of our contour. You guys can kind of see like right there at our cheekbone, because that is where the sun would naturally hit our face. So anywhere that the sun will naturally hit your face, that is where you're applying this. And I'm just taking this side here to just kind of blend it out. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put some down my forehead too. Then I'm gonna go into the blend brush and I'm gonna take some of my lip and cheek. And this is gonna just give us a nice little fresh glow to the cheeks. And then I'm taking a little tiny bit of my rose gold illuminator on the other side of the brush. And that's just gonna give us that little fresh pop. I like to have a little bit more of a pop so you can see the difference between this side and this side. Then the last step is doing our nose contour. So I'm gonna use the smaller side of the detail brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and contour my nose. So I like to start off with the sides of my nose first. And then I just bring it in right in here and right in there. It's gonna make it look really nice and snatched. And then what I like to do is take that same brush and I'm just gonna pinch it real quick. And because I have a rounded nose, I am gonna kind of create this angle here. Kind of like a little triangle, like that. Put some on the very bottom. And just keep these lines smaller, because when you keep it smaller, it's going to give you more of a chiseled nose. I'm just taking the larger side of the detail brush just to blend everything out. And then I just like to emphasize the bridge of my nose. So I'm taking a little tiny bit of the illuminator. And you guys can see what my skin is looking like. It literally looks like second skin, super flawless, gives you nice, good coverage. And again, if you're not a fan of this kind of coverage, I would just take a different brush. And then last step I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of my powder. This is the Vanilla Dust Setting Powder on the powder brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and set underneath my eyes real quick. And if you're using the right amount of product, nothing is gonna settle into any lines. Things start to settle really badly with this makeup if you're using way too much. And if you feel like you need to use more, you probably need to get a different brush because it's probably not giving you the coverage you want. And you guys see how gorgeous that is looking now. Absolutely stunning. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup really quick. I like to take a little bit of my brightening highlight and just put that on my eyelids as my primer. And I'm setting it with a little bit of the powder. And I'm gonna do something really, really quick and easy. I'm gonna start off with this shade here called Bubba. And I'm just taking our eyeshadow brush and putting that in our crease. And I'm also gonna take a little bit of it and just put it on my lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade here called Bend and Snap, which is a really pretty like mauve-y color. Taking that on the fluffy side of the brush. And this is just gonna give us that smoky but natural eye color. And of course, this brush is gonna give me more of a wash of color, which is what I want right now to just kind of smoke that out. Then I'm going to take my smudge brush and I'm going to take the larger side of my smudge brush and a little bit more of that color and just put that right on top to just kind of add a little more emphasis to our look. Then I'm taking a little bit of this shade here called Cocoa and my smudge brush again. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the outer corner of my eye to create a very fast and easy smoky eye. The thing I love about these eyeshadows is that they are so easy to blend that I feel like it really does help you complete that really fast makeup look when you're in a pinch. Of course, I love to sit down and do my makeup, but I don't always have time to do that. And then I just like to take a little bit of the illuminator and put that in my inner corner. All right, then really, really quick, I'm gonna go in with that smudge brush and a little bit of my contour. And then just take a little tiny bit of Frenchie. And then really, really quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mascara. All right, and this is what our face is looking like. So you guys can see that my skin literally looks so flawless. And it does not look cakey at all in the slightest bit. And I literally did my whole entire face just using these two layers and a couple brushes, and then of course my mascara. So definitely really, really love this technique so much. I just feel like it just adds that extra dimension that I feel like I was missing, because for me personally, Goddess is a little bit too orange. Mango was just a little bit too light. So adding that mango shade to kind of bridge the gap between Wheat and Goddess just really gives me that three-dimensional look that I want. And just doing it all in one layer, so just putting the colors down in certain areas and then blending it out from there, is going to give you that like really even layer, so you still can get the full coverage that you want using the buff brush, but you don't have to like layer everything on top of each other. So that is pretty much it for the finished look. If you guys are interested in trying out this makeup technique and this incredible makeup, definitely make sure you guys do get color matched down below. I highly suggest getting color matched and not trying to match yourself on the website, because the website can be kind of misleading. And as an artist, I am trained to color match you and get those colors perfect for you. So if you guys are interested in trying out this makeup concept, definitely check it out down below. I absolutely love it. It is everything that I have asked for and even more. Again, you guys can see that it doesn't even look like I actually have makeup on, but you can't see any texture at all. It just kind of moves with my skin. That's what I love about cream makeup. It feels and looks like second skin. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then.